How to embed image or picture in Jupyter Notebook, either from a local machine or from a web resource. I would like to include image in a Jupyter Notebook. If I did the following, it works. But I would like to include the images in a markdown cell, and the following code gives a 404 error. I also tried. But I still get the same error.
There are several ways to post an image in Jupyter Notebooks. Via HTML. You retain the ability to use HTML tags to resize, etc. You can also display images stored locally, either via relative or absolute path. If the image is wider than the display settings, thanks. Use unconfined equals true to disable max width confinement of the image. Or via Markdown. Make sure the cell is a Markdown cell and not a code cell, thanks add in the comments. Please note that on some systems, the Markdown does not allow white space in the file names. Thanks to @Corfitably and its Abralami in the comments. On macOS, as long as you are on a Markdown cell, you would do like this, title, image1.png, and not worry about the white space, . For a web image, as shown by @Christianda, paying attention not to use either these quotes or those around the URL, or a local one, demonstrated by @Sebastian.
You mustn't use quotation marks around the name of the image files in Markdown. If you carefully read your error message, you will see the 2% 22 parts in the link. That is the HTML encoded quotation mark. You have to change the line. 2. Update. It is assumed that you have the following file structure and that you run the Jupyter Notebook command in the directory where the file example, IPN, contains the markdown for the image, is stored.
Alternatively, you can use a plain HTML dot, which allows you to change height and width and is still read by the Markdown interpreter.
Insert the image directly in the Jupyter Notebook. Note, you should have a local copy of the image on your computer. You can insert the image in the Jupyter Notebook itself. This way you don't need to keep the image separately in the folder. Steps. Convert the cell to Markdown by pressing M on the selected cell. Or, from menu bar, cell type, Markdown. Note, it's important to convert the cell to Markdown, otherwise the Insert Image option in Step 2 will not be active. Now go to menu bar and select Edit, Insert Image. Select image from your disk and upload. Press Ctrl+Enter or Shift+Enter. This will make the image as part of the notebook and you don't need to upload in the directory or GitHub. I feel this looks more clean and not prone to broken URL issue.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.